get back to you, but before anything else, let's check out the format for this tournament so that you watching at home know what to expect, not only from the national championships here, but the regional championships. So it's July 8th, and up until July 11th, we're going to be witnessing the national championship, where teams from the Philippines, Indonesia, and on July 9th, starting on July 9th, Malaysia will battle it out. The top two teams from Philippines and Indonesia will make it into the regional championship. I believe the champion from Malaysia. But once we get to the regional championship, there's actually also a wild card slot for the teams in Philippines and Indonesia. So the third placing teams on Philippines and Indonesia still have a chance to fight it out in the regional championships. For today's schedule, it is a beautiful July 8th. We're first going to be witnessing Flow G versus Fantasma Kalidad, that has Ghost Wrecker amongst many other names in their team. Match 2 starting at 4 p.m. It'll be Benasic versus Shadow Blaze. That's a really heavy and stacked Benasic team, because there you're going to be seeing the likes of Pain, Honda Beast Gaming, and 30 Gaming battle it out. Grillist versus Gosayan for match 3 at 6 p.m. You're going to be seeing names such as Tammy ML, Arnie TV, Alodia, Dexy, and Boss Lucio battle it out there. And for the match at 8 p.m., fourth and last match for today, Kuya Cutie versus 5 Ronins. It will be a best of 3 series for all the matches that we have today. Round of 16, that is where we're starting off here. You already know the 4 matches. Tomorrow on July 9th, we'll be continuing the round of 16, and it'll be a best of 3 all throughout, except for the national finals on July 11th, where we'll be seeing a best of 5. Again, for that bronze match, the team that will win that bronze match will get the wild card slot when we get into the regional championship. So that is the format for our creator games. And let's look at the teams for Flow G. We have Bombay TV, Dansky TV. Their team captain is Jungkook, Seika Hashizume, and GTFO to round out the roster for Flow G. I believe I hear a very familiar voice there. Wolf, is the silence gone? There we go.
Apparently there was a big buff on Hellcurt that I didn't know about, and I got hit by it. But I'm back.
It was like a 1 minute silence.
It was I don't know, man. It's just Hellcurt just keeps getting stronger nowadays. But yeah, kidding aside, I've seen Jungkook TV just recently, and I was so impressed when he was playing Gushon. This is another, it's like a show match here in the Philippines against the other top streamers and players in the country, and makes me so excited about the Flow G, because that was just yesterday when I saw them, and it made me so excited on what he can give to the table. Right.
Yeah, let's see if we'll see that Gushon action from team captain there. Fantasma Kalidad, some familiar names. D Gaming, Ghost Wrecker, JA is her team captain, Sarah Gaming, and Teng Gaming. Now that you mentioned something earlier, it is interesting because when we always see like our streamers battle it out in the tournament, we'd like to think show match, but then this isn't just a show match. Just like last year's Creator Games, you see the absolute best from our players. Actually give them a glimpse and a taste of the esports pro scene. And just like last year, I'm pretty sure for this year, all our players, all our creators will bring out their absolute best.
Yeah, funny you mentioned about this not being like a show match or anything, because that's definitely what I felt the last time I saw Creator Games. Everything was on. They were playing like everything was on the line, right? And I believe that there was a very long run series during the finals of the Creator Games last year, or the last time we held it. But they also talked about the fact that players are experienced already, and they're already good players. In fact, in Fantasma, we saw Jo, we saw Teng as well. They have a lot of experience when it comes to actual professional play. So I wonder how will that play out when they do face up against their opponents today.
Yeah, and if any of you are familiar with Ghost Wrecker and what he's been posting on his social media, he's also shared his aspirations to make it into the pro scene. So who knows, maybe this is going to be Ghost Wrecker's day to show off like, oh, I've been practicing, I'm ready for the pros. Let me take over the Creator Games first. But of course, we can't count out Flow G and the lineup that they have here. Of course, mentioned Jungkook earlier with Gushon. And by the way, it's not just our players and our teams who'll get a chance to win today. You also can win some really awesome goodies. Just use the redemption code that you see on screen right there. You can redeem it at m.mobilelegends.com/n/code exchange. Use that redemption code. The prize is so secret that even we don't know what's in there. So it's probably really, really good.
Yeah. Hopefully, hopefully you get to redeem that, guys. And I think that we all throughout our tournament we're gonna be giving away so many things to all of our viewers, because it's not only the creators will win prizes, but also, of course, all of our loyal and avid viewers here at Facebook Gaming.
Yeah. And I was here last year for the Creator Games, and then when you mentioned earlier that it really brings out a different side of our creators. It does. Like, no joke. Every game I saw, especially if it was a close game, felt like a championship game for them already. And just goes to show that the difficulties of being a creator here, because not only do you have to be, of course, entertaining to your viewers, but you have to bring out your absolute best. But now, I feel like this time around, they can really just focus on really being competitive, and that's for sure gonna bring out the best in all of them. It's an interesting meta that we find ourselves in for Mobile Legends Bang Bang. Of course, the changes to the roaming items, adjustments to the jungling items as well, some new items coming in here. Has the meta changed a lot with their most recent update, Wolf?
Oh yeah, definitely. A lot of interesting things that I saw, and also you can see this from all the streamers out there. Like Ricker, for example, when watching him stream, you'll notice some big changes when it comes to like the choice of heroes of the teams already. So let's talk about like hardcore meta here, right? You have your Eudora, you have your X-Borg, you have your Sun.
Yeah.
3 of the Lunox as well, 4 of the heroes that are so famous that they merit bans in like ranked matches. Now, when it comes to professional play, this is something that is a little bit different, because we have not seen any professional play in a long time. But you'll for sure see X-Borg in there. You'll surely see Lunox and Eudora. And there are some outliers which are interesting, like for to add to that, streamers. This is a serious thing that I'll say, but yeah, streamers, sometimes people they have built a solid community and a solid following just because they keep on playing the same hero over again, like your Johnson and your Fanny tutorials. People are crazy about that. So I will now be surprised if in creator games you see those kind of stuff.
Yep. And Fantasma Kalidad is respecting the Gushon specialty of Jungkook TV. You did mention that earlier. The first ban right out of the bat. Again, we're in the draft now. Selena, I'm pretty sure that's also a targeted ban, but more of just in general, people don't want to go up against Selena because of her ability kit being able to provide that vision. They're taking away the Ling as well. So I'm seeing Floji as a team that might put a lot of importance in the early game objectives.
Yeah. Also, when it comes to like these games where there are only like 3 bans, it's also very important to just ban out the heroes that are innately strong. Like innately strong in a way that they don't have like the hardest of counters. Like I'm talking about the Selena here. Selena is a hero that you don't want to play in any kind of game where you don't have an answer, because there's really not a hero that or a strategy that generally counters it specifically. So you don't want to just give it to your opponents. That's all I'm trying to say in these kind of games.
Yeah. No, but yeah, that's so true. Like, even the Popol and Koopa pick that we usually think of as something that could go well up against a Selena, there are a lot of great Selena players who just know how to adjust to make sure the Abyssal Arrow doesn't land on Koopa, so then they still make the most out of it. Now, Floji is going to make the most out of this X-Borg pick that has gotten stronger lately because of the adjustments that you mentioned earlier. Is it really just that? The main reason why X-Borg is such a top pick, or are there other changes that came with X-Borg?
Oh, okay. I think that's generally it. It's like you brought back all of the good stuff that X-Borg was famous for. before. If you recall, maybe a year ago when Xborg was like autoban, autopick, all of the this life steal and all the innate damage and the true damage that you get out from him. It's great. And also Reptar, you know, he counters so much of. Maybe if I want to answer your question, I would loosely say that because of the invade the fact that junglers are pure junglers now, that is one thing which maybe I'll explain later. But basically speaking, Xborg cannot be disturbed in the jungle, but at the same time he can easily disturb the opponent's jungle.
Yeah, that's true. And let's see if FlowG will be able to play Xborg just like that. They pick up the Paquito, and seeing those three together, yes, FlowG are definitely going to try to put a lot of importance into the objectives. Meanwhile, Fantasma Kalidad, they have a lineup that has a potential to actually snowball relatively fast if they get the pickoffs right with the Jawhead, with the Matilda as well. So this might actually be a Jawhead in the tank position, and then they'll be putting Matilda into the mid lane. Or, well, we still see Jawhead go into the side lane sometimes. Not so much, but still a possibility. So a lot of flexibility for the Fantasma lineup so far.
Yeah. You know, if we go back maybe 2 years ago and see, like, if you pit streamers against each other, creators against each other, they will just be picking like blindly and will not follow the meta. But times have changed, Reptar, and what you're seeing right now are valid picks in professional play. Even the order of when they are picked up, it makes a lot of sense, and it is really applied in the professional play. This is how we have grown already when it comes to like the creators, not only in the Philippines but also in Southeast Asia in general. People take things seriously so much right now.
Yeah, let's see if that will be translated in game. So far, they take out the Kufer as well. One of someone who's come back recently in the past few months, and even with the adjustment to the roaming items, is even an even better pick. With the extra options that he can dish out, you can give him the boots that has a dire hit, or you can even give him the conceal so that when he entries, he has a quick way out or ability to surprise. And so far, all the top four that you mentioned were either banned or picked up here. Xborg was first picked here by FlowG. They also take out the Lunox, while Fantasma, getting close to rounding out their lineup, picks up the Alice.
Yeah. Alice, one of the go-to heroes, but this kind of makes it so interesting for Fantasma Kalidad because they have late-game heroes now. I think if you're looking at the heroes of FlowG, they can refocus on the early game. And that's why they will pick up the Harley. Because now, if they do pick up the Harley, they are saying to Fantasma Kalidad that, okay, you have the late game, okay, you have the scaling heroes, but let's fight in the early stages and see what you can do. I love the Popol and Koopa pick up from FlowG. It just means that Jawhead and Matilda will not have the most of the good time in the early stages. And Harley just makes it so that this Claude will have a bad time in the early stages.
Yeah, and FlowG, that seems to be the name of the game. Just go pure early to mid. Come the late game, there might be a lot of difficulty with the FlowG lineup, considering that they're going to be going up against a Claude, and then they now have a Barretts to worry about. They have to worry about an Alice. So it's actually a well-rounded lineup for Fantasma Kalidad. Early game might be their biggest difficulty here, but Jayamon on the Jawhead might be able to turn things around for Sarah, help her out. Yeah. But definitely come the mid to late, Fantasma Kalidad might be a little bit more comfortable if FlowG don't manage to take down so many towers.
Yeah. It's all about like not only the early turrets, right? It's all about the you know, I'm gonna sound like a real nerd here, Reptar, and I hope the viewers don't mind it, because I know that they want to have fun, right, in creator games. But this is something nerdy I want to talk about. Jungle creeps are also objectives nowadays in a way that you have to control the certain areas. Like for example, the orange buff There are also like other jungle creeps around there, and in the early stages, this is like a heat map where the jungler should be focusing on. Now, to add to what you just said about turrets and whatnot, Flow G, they have heroes that are very strong into contending the opponent's jungle creeps and turrets. So, for example, just imagine Flow G pushing top lane. They will now have access to the nearby jungle creeps there, and that also meant that Fantasma Kalidad will have a bad time for that one. So that's all I'm trying to say. I hope that I didn't nerd out so badly with that one.
No, that's fine. Dude, I'm pretty sure at this point everyone knows how much of a big geek you are for MLBB. You are one of the best analysts that we know, so man, it's totally fine. Makes sense. We're already here in game number 1, by the way, Flow G and Fantasma Kalidad. Starting things off slow. Of course, you want to allow your jungler to instantly get the kills on the 5 creeps. You see here, you mentioned it just now, Jaemon actually taking away the Crammer from Jungkook. Not even sure if he has the upgraded retribution. He doesn't. Not just yet, but he was able to use it to get that crab coin. Jaemon and D-Gaming putting a lot of pressure on the bottom side jungle. Meanwhile, they're in mid. Sarah is trying to hold down that lane with a heavy mid rotation coming in from Flow G. We're 20 seconds away until the first turtle.
And also a few seconds away from the ultimate of this Hardy, which is very crucial at this point. Am I seeing this correctly? Didn't have his own orange buff?
Yeah, he wasn't able to get it, exactly. I think it was stolen away by Fantasma Kalidad. I think they went for an early game invade.
What?
And yeah, definitely this first turtle, if they do this right, they don't have to worry about the Harley at all, who's still at the purple side. And let's see full Flow G. Will they try to contest? That's going to be a toss onto Boss Marvs. There it goes, a Blazing Duet right away. That's going to be a lot of damage dealt on a member of Flow G. That's first blood going to D-Gaming for the Barris. Takes out Boss Marvs. Fantasma Kalidad are going to be able to get the turtle. Goes to the hands of the Claude. Meanwhile, Bombay TV with a knockback with a knockout punch. But look at that. Fantasma still pushing forward. Dansky forced to use the ultimate to get on out of there. And that is going to be an good early start for Fantasma Kalidad.
Oh, this is perfect for Fantasma Kalidad, as they are able to stop Jungkook from getting his own level 4, the Deadly Magic, before the turtle was spawned. That meant that Jungkook, you saw him, he can't even get into the turtle area. He tried for the turtle steal, but because of the fact it's just level 3 and the Claude was already level 4 at that moment, Retribution favored the Claude. And not only that, Fantasma Kalidad is able to just get the first blood and eventually stop Flow G from getting this early game ramp up that they are needing. In fact, Fantasma Kalidad is leading by 1,400 gold in the first 3 minutes of the game. Them being the late game oriented lineup, this is massive for them. This lead is massive.
Yeah. Look at that. Jaemon actually using the ejector to bring back the little wagon just so that they don't get the gold or the XP there. Look at little things like that. Man, you can see how badly they want to win in the Creator Games. Let's see if there's going to be a big fight here. That's going to be 4-man rotation. That's going to be the ultimate of the Matilda connected. Landing on the X-board. That's another kill going to Fantasma Kalidad. 3 kills all in all. And that has to be one of the sharpest initiations I've seen in recent memory.
Oh my goodness. Let's go into the highlight reel for sure. I mean, we're going to be prepping up a lot of like top 5 plays here at Creator Games, or top 3 plays of the game, but that will go to the highlight reel for sure. An amazing way to start the fight. Like you said, it's a spectacular initiation coming out from the Matilda and the Alice.
Absolutely clean. And look at that, Flow G, seeing that Jungkook has been having a lot of difficulty with the buffs, actually committing the ultimate of the Eve to make sure they could get the purple, but now they're going to try to contest the turtle. Here comes Tank Z. Look at that, Alice handle 3-on-1. No problem at all. Blazing Duet committed there in the mid lane, and he's going to back off there. Boss Marvs goes down. Fantasma Kalidad playing absolutely fantastic right now. FlowG doing their absolute best to hold on, but Tengzi is not gonna stop. This Alice keeps going. Bombay able to land the kill there, but let's see if Tengzi will go forward. He does! Flowing blood under tower. Nope, he's not gonna be able to take down Bombay TV. But man, Fantasma Kalidad has been fantastic so far.
Oh, definitely. They're even able to give Tengzi a purple buff while that happened. I honestly thought that he will try to jump and dive for the kill onto the Paquito, but seeing as he only had like maybe like 10% of his mana back, he will now be overly aggressive. And again, it's not even necessary at this point. Look at the amount of lead that they have right now in just 5 minutes.
Yeah, the gaming eating up a lot of damage right now. Finally, FlowG is going to be able to take down that Barret, but here comes the circling eagle coming in from Sarah. But that's Kalidad. The knockup is going to help them, but FlowG are fighting back. They are not out of this just yet. They take down Sarah and the gaming. Jaemon stays alive, so there's a chance they'll be able to hold down that bottom turret. Meanwhile, Dansky up top trying to hold on. He'll be able to take out the Claude before he goes down, but he got taken out eventually. The real world manipulation committed there by Seika. Jaemon holding on for dear life, immobilized, one more damage away, and he gets taken out. FlowG, they are fighting back. They're trying to get wins elsewhere, and so far, that early 6 to 7k gold lead has now been brought down to 3k, so it's a little bit more doable now for FlowG.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. Totally out of script for Fantasma Kalidad. We were praising how good they were when it comes to their decisions and how they are able to initiate. But in the last set of fights, like Claude was overextending up top. Joyd went after Fantasma Kalidad, already took out one, was already taken out. But again, here comes another big clash.
That's gonna be the last insanity. Dansky using the flicker, trying to reach up Atab, but Atab was just outside the range of it. He's gonna be paying the price. That's gonna be the export going down. That's gonna be another kill for Fantasma Kalidad. Shut down there, and a double kill by D Gaming. Tank Z there in the mid lane to stop the E from helping contest. Don't think at this point though FlowG will be able to. Jungkook just gonna try to get away. He will be fine, but Fantasma Kalidad are able to get another win back out of that.
Oh. Now they want to push. I think they will try to just corral Jungkook in here. And I think that it's already checkmate. He's done.
Yeah, Bombay going in there trying to help. Let's see, he might get punished here. Circling Eagle onto the Paquito. That's going to be the toss. Everything. They use everything to take that Paquito down. But hell, it's a big prize at this point because you can push out the mid lane tower or go for the turtle here. If for Fantasma Kalidad, they decide to go for the turtle.
Oh, look at that. This is one of the funniest and at the same time most broken stuff that I've seen. Even in the professional play, like Matilda and Barrett's put together in a team. That dash coming out from the Matilda just breaks out like a big, massive dinosaur. And that's really scary because the only thing that's stopping Barrett's from being like the most broken hero is mobility.
Yeah, and then with the speed provided by Matilda, it's a match made in heaven. Tank Z, though, might be seeing Nightmare before his eyes. He's going to be popping the Winter Truncheon to try and hold on, but Fantasma Kalidad will not be able to get there in time to save him. But they are still in a very comfortable position here. Immortality already built here by FlowG's X-Borg, played by Dansky TV. And you can see here the item disparity. Definitely favoring Fantasma Kalidad right now, with the Alice already having the Winter Truncheon, Calamity Reaper, and the Clock of Destiny as well. I think that's enough of a sign to show that, yeah, Fantasma Kalidad is having a great game so far.
Oh, definitely. Because not only that, FlowG, what the real strength of their composition is in the early stages. Most ideally, you want to make sure that you have your Paquito and your expert online when Jungkook is already dominating. So Jungkook should have like a mile lead over Fantasma, but that didn't happen.
Yeah, Boss Marvs gets spotted out there by Fantasma Kalidad. Jaemon with the pick off there. Bombay TV, Jungkook, and Seika, they are going to be playing it safe. Trying to find a better position for this. That's going to be the Blazing Duet committed there by Atab. And almost so close taking out Seika and Jungkook. And with this crazy front line of the Alice, the Jawhead that isn't even in POIT, he's using Concussive Blast, the Barretts, it's so difficult for Flow G to find a good positioning in a fight because they just keep getting run over.
Blue team turret has been
Hey, you know,
destroyed.
oh, wait. I think Jimon might be trouble. Or maybe not because of that.
I don't know.
Oh,
The
man.
guiding
Matilda is
wind.
just a crazy hero.
Blue team turret
Guiding
has
wind is just like a concept that's borderline broken. Oh my goodness. But
Yeah.
yeah, going back for Tasmaniel, that is going to be surely able to take this Lord. Now, talking about the Barats, we were mentioning how strong he is, and you saw in that bottom lane earlier on when Flo G had to put like 4 heroes. It still took a lot of time before taking him down. Going for the concussive blast not only amps up his tankiness, but also allows him to deal more damage. So the big problem for Flo G is that they don't really have a hero that's straight up going to deal with the Barats. I always felt that Xborg, even during MPL Season 6, was not the answer to the Barats. Although there's percent-based damage, there's true damage, whatnot, you don't have like the actual burst to deal against the Barats. And Barats will just melt the Piraga armor. So there's really not a hero that can deal with the Barats right now from Flo G.
True. Speaking of melted, that's gonna be a lot of damage onto Tang Z, but he's holding on. Pops the Winter Truncheons. That's Boss Mars, Jungkook, Bombay gone, taken out of the map, and Fantasma Kalidad are gonna be on their way to winning this game number 1. 4 down, end the game with a double kill. That is a win for Fantasma Kalidad here in game number 1. D-Gaming, Ghost Wrecker, Jeyo, Sarah, and Teng. Wow. What an insane start to the Creator Games.
An insane start, and I mean, they even spent like less than 5 minutes to put themselves into the highlight reel.